rise and shine.
Rise and shine, chop chop.
Rise and shine.
Rise and shine, it's a beautiful day.
Rise and shine, rise and shine.
Rise and shine.
Rise and shine.
You guys are nerds.
This is exactly what the nerds want.
Our name shall become legend, spoken in hushed tones by nerds across the galaxy.
If you build it, nerds will come.
Nerds must love this place.
They think we're a bunch of nerds, and I'll tell you something, I think they're right.
Let the nerds take over.
Let the nerds take over.
Rise and shine, nerds. Grab your coffee, wipe the sleep from your eyes, and turn up the volume as we help kick off your day with Love Thy Nerds morning show here on YouTube and LTN Radio. I'm Radio Matt. I'm the Director of Content and Resources for Love Thy Nerd.
And I'm a Deidra girl in a Deidra world.
Thank you for making us a part of your morning. Every morning, now Monday through Friday. Let's get to our top story. Price gouging may hurt Lorcana before it even really gets going. So Lorcana is a new trading card game that's come out from Disney and game producer Ravensburger that lets you create your own team of Disney characters using magic inks. Some characters are familiar friends, while others are reimagined in a fantasy setting. You can collect cards in booster packs, starter decks, special editions. You compete with other players in duels, and each duel is a best of 3 rounds where you try to score 20 lore points before your opponent by playing cards and using their abilities. Lorcana is an immersive and strategic game that will appeal to fans of Disney and card games alike. And today is the big box release date, meaning that you can get them at places like Walmart and Target, etc. But Lorcana did something that on its surface seems super cool, allowing local game shops to sell the games 2 weeks in advance of the big box stores. So for the last 2 weeks, you've been able to buy them at local game shops already. But you might have noticed, if you've tried to buy these in the past 2 weeks, that in a lot of places, prices were a bit out of control. So this comes from Gizmodo. It says, Ravensburger's much-anticipated new Disney trading card game, Lorcana, will be released in big box stores on September 1st, which is today. But ahead of its global release, Ravensburger has given local game stores an exclusivity window of 2 weeks. So that means from mid-August to the 1st of September, local brick and mortars will have the advantage over places like Best Buy and Walmart. But some game stores are taking advantage of their head start, charging far beyond the game's expected price. The Gamer published a report recently on the sheer amount of scalpers working overtime to take advantage of the local game store's exclusivity window. Journalist Eric Schweitzer reports that he found numerous examples throughout the community. A store in Arizona sold booster packs for $15 when they're supposed to go for $6, $5.99. Starter packs for $40 with an MSRP of $16.99. One in California sold treasure troves for $140 when the MSRP is just $49.99 for those. Almost triple the price there. Another in Ohio is asking $275 for booster boxes, which normally run for $143.76. And then $60 for gift sets that normally go for $29.99. Ravensburger confirmed these MSRPs via a press release. Browsing through tcgplayer.com, it appears that very few, if any, online listings are priced at the recommended MSRP. Additionally, Ravensburger confirmed that big box stores would not be receiving any kind of bulk discount. Ravensburger has given a 2-week window to local game stores for a lot of reasons. The most important is that in order to survive, the TCG needs players. This is the trading card game. That's what TCG stands for. Needs players, not just collectors, but people who will buy up multiple packs to perfect their decks, who want to get into the game, who want a community. A Ravensburger spokesperson confirmed this, saying in a statement provided by IO9 over email that the in-person, in-store experience is a special yet crucial component of any trading card game. We are committed to emphasizing the value of the in-person and in-store experience, encouraging players to visit their local game stores and build community, which that's how that happens. It's you can't do that at Walmart. You go to Walmart, you buy the stuff, you can't talk to the person you're checking out with about it. No. You go to a game store, more than likely, the guy behind the counter has already opened up a bunch of these themselves and started playing it. if not that, you're going to find other people there that are also doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a great starting point. And I mean, you think of other trading card games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering. All of these have massive communities, and they're all still kind of based around local game shops because that's where you find other players that love it.
Right.
That's how it goes. That's why I Love Thy Nerd, reaches out to a lot of the gaming community. We go to gaming conventions more than anything else because that's where we get to build those communities, play those games with people instead of just selling them a product.
Right.
Schweitzer mentions in his article, inflating prices will not benefit local gaming stores in the long run. In fact, it might actively degrade the trading card game community that Ravensburger hopes to foster at the grassroots level. Already, Best Buy has a listing for a booster pack display, which includes 24 booster packs priced at around $150. The whole display, I think. On TGC Player, a primary place to buy and sell trading cards, TGCplayer.com, especially for local stores, the lowest price for the same product is $290.
Jeez.
So almost 100% more. Schweitzer makes the argument that it is worth some markup to support local store owners over a giant corporation, but nearly doubling the price or more for cardboard feels like a poor way to encourage community. The most expensive booster pack display on TCG Player is at $500.
Jeez.
That's over triple the amount for what the price should be.
Yeah. So do you think they're going to lower prices when it goes out everywhere?
I'm sure they'd have to.
Right.
Lorcana has a chance to become the next big thing. And with being a Disney characters, that's already like a built-in audience of people that are like, hey, I want to get in on this. Yeah. And
Sounds cool
collectors are going to be a large part of that. Just like in the Pokemon, game.
Sure.
A lot of people are just collectors that don't actually play the game. But the players are going to be where the real money hits. Because just like it said, that's because people are going to be competitive. They're going to want the best decks. They're going to keep buying booster packs until they can build their best decks. And as more come out, they're going to keep buying them. Similar to Marvel Snap that I was playing for a long time.
I haven't heard about that in a while.
Because I stopped.
I was like, addicted.
I got great. And every time I got my best deck, it's like, okay, well, this next update, we're releasing 3 more cards that can destroy all the cards that I have. And we're also lowering the power of your favorite card that you built the deck around. And that happened 3 times in a row, 3 months in a row. And I'm like, you know what? I can't keep doing it. So I don't have the stamina for it. But there are a lot of people that do. A lot of people that will get really into it. So the chance to get the newest stuff sooner is a big draw. Which tells me people will pay this extra money and feel fine about it. There's going to be a lot of people that are fine with it. I've, spent extra money a few times on things so I could get it earlier.
Right.
The biggest one I remember is the DS Lite, the Nintendo DS Lite. Do you remember? I ordered that thing from Japan because it was out half a year early in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really want it. Then it was in the mail, and I thought to myself, oh no, is it going to have a Japanese plug? Do I need an adapter? Do they even make adapters for Japanese plugs? What do Japanese plugs look like? But it didn't. It had an American plug. But anyway, I just the issue that we have with this is that they have also promised an exclusivity window for the first 6 quarterly drops of Lorcana.
Oh, dang.
So the next 6 quarters, they're also going to have that 2 weeks. But whether those windows will continue indefinitely still remains to be unseen. But
not if you keep behaving like that.
But they've also had this. Yeah, they've had this set up that I think they have to do it for the first 6 quarters. But I just don't know. Yeah, it could crush it. It could crush it before it gets off the ground. Because I think maybe for the first run, these first 2 weeks, there's going to be a lot of people willing to pay those prices. I'm not sure that's going to keep up for the next 6 quarters, next year and a half. I don't think people are going to keep doing that, paying double.
No, they're going to be like, I'll wait.
They're either going to wait or they're just going to be like, it's not worth it. And they're going to stop. I think that's the main fear, is that people are going to be feeling like they're being overcharged at the places that they love. Mm-hmm. You're like, look, if the community is going to do this and it's going to charge me double just for coming to the store that I want to come to, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Now, I do agree a little bit of an upcharge is perfectly reasonable, both for the fact that it's exclusive to that store and because those kind of stores are hard to keep funded.
Yeah.
And so, a little extra money to help them, perfectly reasonable. And a lot of people are more than willing to do that. Mm-hmm. But 100% up mark to 200% up mark, that's not.
That's ridiculous.
It's not worth it. Not worth it. Not a good look, fam.
Did you see that?
There was Trombone says there was actually a whole meeting where they looked at Radio Matt's builds to figure out how to destroy it in the next episode. Look, I was good at the game too, man. I was really good. And maybe I got to the point where I was beating everybody and it got a little out of control. It got to the point where I would either destroy the person I was playing with or the person would retreat before we even got to play because they knew what I was going to do. I was actually very lucky because I got one of the most powerful cards as a random draw like the day after it released, and most people have never gotten that card. Mm-hmm. And so anybody I came up against, I'd be like, you're gone, dude. Sorry. Give me all your points. Sorry for you. You should have seen Galactus coming, but he's huge. He's the biggest character. Should have seen him coming, but
yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to our other stories for today. First of all, it's dangerous, Deidra.
Oh no.
It's dangerous.
What?
Funko's personalized Pop Yourselves toys are now available online. These days, it feels like Funko has a pop vinyl for every movie, TV show, musician, and athlete on the planet. So is it about time they got around to making one of you? Well, that's exactly what they're about to do.
Don't they?
Well, the modification community for that has been around. I already have one of me.
Oh yeah.
As a White Lantern. Awesome. But what they've been doing, they have two Funko stores, one in Everett, Washington, and one in Hollywood, and that's been like one of the big draws for the Funko stores. Is you can come in and there's a whole section where you can get on a computer and build yourself or whoever, and then there's people in the back that are like building it for you, and like half an hour later they'll have it ready for you. So you come in, do that first, look around the whole cool building.
Why have we never gone to this?
Because it's all the way over there. But now we don't have to, because now they're offering it to everybody. Just this from Nerdist.com, by the way. Just like in the store, though, the options are kind of limited.
Yeah.
Which, makes sense. Mm-hmm. Body types really only offer one male body type, one female body type. Mm-hmm. Clothes options are also very slim. There are no brands or fandoms represented in any of them. Just kind of basic designs, basic colors. But as this becomes more popular, I'm sure they will start making brand deals and things to put like logos and on outfits, sports logos, superhero logos, maybe even whole superhero costumes. Could you have a Batman body with your head on it? That would be dope.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
More broadly, more body options would also be a natural step, just as Trombone is saying here in our chat. No visible disability representation at the moment. But I'm positive if this becomes a popular thing, that they're going to have to start rolling those out. Because that's kind of what they did with Pops in general.
Right.
Pops in general started with there was one body or two body shapes. There was one male, one female. They were in the same stance. Mm-hmm. They were all the same shape, the same size, fat, thin, or indifferent in real life. They were all the same. Mm-hmm. And eventually, they're like, okay, let's make the bodies cooler. Let's make the costumes have more detail. Let's do poses. Let's do scenes. They've had all these different things now.
All kinds of
And so,
stuff.
Yeah, I would assume that this is going to be super popular. People are going to, there's so many people in the pop world that are not only going to want a pop of themselves, but they're going to want a pop of people in their family to give to them as presents and things like that. Celebrate graduations, and they have like a whole graduation suit that you could wear. That's pretty
cute.
Cool.
Yeah.
So they're going to want to do this.
Yeah.
And they're going to want to make it as broad as possible if they're smart. I'm sure it'll take some time to make sure it's financially viable. But if they're smart, they'll make it more accessible to anybody. That's the only reason I haven't bought one yet. It's only been a few days, but that's the only reason I haven't bought one yet. A friend of mine pointed it out that, hey, these are available now to everybody, because it's been like in a trial phase where if you were lucky enough to get an email from Funko, they'd invite you to do it. And they also haven't had that much success in shipping them for some reason. Whatever they're doing for the shipping of these, the boxes keep getting busted.
Oh, no.
So they're working on that too. They've sent out an email about that. But they've opened it up to everybody. And I built myself, but I'm like, this...
It doesn't look like
too thin. It's too thin of a dude. It just doesn't look like me. It looks like someone pretending to be me. I need a chubbier dude. I need a chubbier body. I need something with a belly, please. I don't have abs. I shouldn't buy a Funko Pop of me with abs. I wish they don't even have the option of just the standard body from the original Funko Pops.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a very actual defined man body and an actual defined woman body. I'm like, these are not... If they were the standard popped bodies, I'd be fine with it.
Right.
'Cause everybody had that at the beginning.
Right.
So I don't understand why those aren't options yet. But anyway.
But if you don't buy it, then it's not going to become popular, and they're not going to make all those adjustments.
All right, you've convinced me. I'm going to buy 7 of them now.
Buy our whole family. We'll have
The whole family as pops. You can also buy
can
little
you do
pets.
kids?
No. There's not that much. But you can do little pets.
Yeah.
You can add a little doggy or
Another
kitty.
reason to buy a cat?
No. Never. Never buying a cat. All right. Barbie breaks $1 billion at the box office and takes the 2023 title away from Super Mario Brothers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a surprise, right?
Wow.
This is a big surprise. Random Rick Review says, I thought you just find cats, not buy them. Little over 2 weeks since its release, Barbie hit a major milestone by crossing the $1 billion mark at the box office. This is from Nerdist.com as well. The Greta Gerwig film starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling was one of the most anticipated films of 2023. First, it was the obvious curiosity about bringing a pop culture icon to the big screen. Then Barbie's incredible marketing push sealed the deal for many moviegoers as they donned pink and swarmed theaters. But Barbie showed no signs of slowing after that. The movie is still breaking records and taking titles previously held by top movies like The Dark Knight and the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's killing it.
Wow.
Deidra and I have not seen this movie yet.
I want to.
But we both really, really want to. I wanted to as soon as I saw the first preview.
Stinking kids, man.
Kids ruin everything.
Gosh, you can't get out anymore when you have kids. And they take all your money.
Unless you're going out Paw Patrol or something.
Even then, mom gets to stay home with the baby.
Mom has to stay home with the baby. The baby's too little.
I haven't been to the movies in a really long time.
Yeah, that's right. I've been a little bit more often than you.
Adopt a cat. I'm a fan of adopting a cat.
What, are you still talking about cats? Quit it. Super Mario Brothers had a fantastic run, outdoing every animated movie in recent history and likely setting the stage for a massive Nintendo movie franchise and possibly a shared universe, eventually setting up a Super Smash Brothers movie like a Nintendo Avengers. But Barbie has somehow managed to be the runaway... They're spamming cats. A runaway hit nobody could have dreamt of a couple years ago. I mean, they're like...
Yeah. It's the way they did it, though.
It really is.
I haven't seen the movie yet, but I really want to from watching the previews. Mm-hmm. It looks fun.
Story looks funny.
As a girl who got to play with Barbie before, the whole... We don't like Barbie
phase that America
went through. I got to play with Barbie and I loved it.
But I mean, there are like
300
Barbie movies already. They're all those direct-to-video kids movies.
Yeah.
But there are 300 of them based around the actual doll, but no adults like that.
No.
Kids barely like that.
Yeah.
But this tongue-in-cheek live-action movie...
I mean, yeah.
has garnered almost entirely good press and reviews. So I know we're going to see it, and I bet we're going to love it. What is it? Is that Xena? Xena over Barbie in our chat. What is so funny about that is that we're going to be talking about Xena in one of this week's This Day in History. I don't remember which day it is, but yeah.
I was reading random Rick reviews.
I'd rather watch a cat choke on a hairball than watch Barbie, but I'm not the target audience. Oh, man. Okay.
You really?
What?
You really don't want to watch it? I mean, it didn't seem like it was a girly thing, you know? I feel like everyone should watch it.
It feels girly. It feels a little girly. I'm going to admit it. But yeah,
No.
it's a big milestone, though, to hit $1 billion this quickly. It hasn't really been that long.
And I love all the, you know, like people going to see it and wearing pink. And I love that. That's awesome.
A couple of TikToks
Come on.
of guys who are like, hey, what are you gonna go see? I'm here to see Oppenheimer. Oh, it's a pretty pink shirt you're wearing. Is this pink? I didn't even realize. I think this is red. It's a red shirt. It's just the lighting's weird in here.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, one more. This is a hopeful, babe.
Okay.
Paper straws are found to contain long-lasting and potentially toxic chemicals.
Oh my gosh.
PFASs were found in a majority of paper and bamboo straws that have been analyzed. Potentially toxic chemicals that could pose a risk to people, wildlife, and the environment. Poly and perfluoroalkyl substances, which are long-lasting, potentially destructive to human health over time, were discovered in a majority of paper and bamboo straws tested. Straws are considered eco-friendly compared to the plastic counterparts, I can't even say the word, which has been banned in the UK since 2020. Like all of UK can't use plastic straws. Here it's like locally.
So all the UK is going to get cancer. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, let's find out. The groundbreaking European study, this is from Sky News, by the way. The groundbreaking European study analyzed straws made from a range of materials from shops and fast food restaurants and found 18 out of the 20 brands of paper straws contained these chemicals.
Oh my gosh.
The research did not look at whether these leaked out of the straws into the liquids at all. So this is just you putting your mouth on it. Not necessarily whether or not you're also getting more from the liquid pooling it into you. The most commonly found PFASs have been prohibited worldwide since 2020. No traces were found in any steel straws that were tested. These concentrations were found to be low, and since straw use is seldom, the Belgian researchers said that they posed a limited risk to human health initially. However, they warned that the chemicals could accumulate in the body over many years, meaning that we don't really flush them out. Eee. The chemicals have been associated with a number of health problems, including lower response to vaccines, lower birth rate, thyroid disease, cholesterol levels, liver damage, kidney cancer, and testicular cancer.
All right.
So I hope you're happy, America. It's like that one comedian.
Garbage.
It's like that one comedian is like, oh, the straws are killing the turtles, so we can't use straws anymore. Show me the shells. Where are the shells? Show me the shells. Turtle's nose this big. Straws this big. You're telling me that a turtle is swimming up to the surface level, because straws float, swimming up to the surface level, and it's managing to just right there in the nose. And it's happening so often that none of us can use plastic straws anymore. Like it goes on a whole thing about like straw float, ocean big, turtle swim, straw float. It's like, I've seen like 3 turtles my entire life. Random Rick review says it's a natural selection for turtles. That turtle was meant to die.
We're gonna get some comments.
The only 2 times I've been exposed to the paper straws was in California, and then on our cruise. We were on a cruise, and it was just after paper straws started becoming the thing.
Awful.
They were you could take a sip. It tasted like you were sucking on a newspaper. You could take a sip, and then it disintegrated. And so, like, okay, just stop giving us straws.
Yeah.
We will sip it.
Yeah, it was a soggy mess.
Unfortunately, I don't think the plastic straw issue is going to go away. I don't think they were like, okay, well, we can't use a paper straw, so bring back the plastic straws. I think it's going to continue both going away. And so now we just don't get any straws. Soon it'll be like 50 lids off. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, soon it's just going to be every lid off. It's going to be like going to a ball game where they won't give you a lid for your soda. So you're going to spill it on everybody because they fill it to the rim anyway. And you're going to drive. You have to drive down the road.
This is what we need to. We need to go. You know, when you get a coffee and it has that little push-in thing.
That would be brilliant. Every cup should have one of those weird little sipper things.
There you go.
Eliminate straws altogether.
You don't need it.
Without making the mess. I'm fine with that. Let's do it. Let's all do it.
Make it happen.
That wraps up today's news. Oh man, we're going to take a quick break.
But when we come back, we let AI take a shot at writing our show. Ooh.
And we'll share today in Nerd History. Stick around.
Hello there. I'm Rachel Knight, and this is Reviews of the Nerds. Today, I'm reviewing the novella This Is How You Lose the Time War. This Is How You Lose the Time War is a science fiction epistolary novella by Amal El-Matar and Max Gladstone, published in 2019. It won the BFSA Award for Best Short or Fiction, the Nebula Award for Best Novella, and the Hugo Award for Best Novella. This novella re-entered the public consciousness recently after a tweet about it went viral, introducing many new readers to the text. This Is How You Lose the Time War tells the story of 2 agents known only as Red and Blue. They weave through timelines, each pursuing the other and trying to reweave and rework these strands of time towards one of 2 futures. Red is pursuing a future called Agency that's more focused on technology, while Blue is pursuing a future called Garden, where the focus is on emotion and growth. Red and Blue communicate via letters, and the novella is composed of the reading of those letters, with Gladstone writing as Red and El-Matar writing as Blue. The letters start as simple taunts between enemies, but slowly develop into something more, complicating the lives of them both. This story hits the ground running, expecting the reader to just figure things out as they go along. In just over 200 pages, El-Matar and Gladstone weave together a tapestry full of wonderful twists and turns that leave you wishing you could read it again for the first time. I loved this book, and I could barely put it down, almost crying through a few of the scenes. I would recommend this book for all adults who enjoy science fiction and romance, along with any teenagers who feel up to the challenge of trying to follow a plot through letters and brief moments in time. You won't be given all the context up front, but you don't need it. You figure it out as you go, and sometimes things that don't make sense end up being the key at the very end. I'm Rachel Knight, and remember, there's a kind of time travel in letters.
Rise and Shine, nerds, LTN's official morning show here on YouTube and LTN Radio. Since AI doesn't seem to be going anywhere, we decided today to put it to the test. We asked ChatGPT to come up with 7 terrible, unwatchable Barbie movie sequels. Here's what AI came up with. Number 7, Barbie and the Magical Mustache. Barbie discovers a magical mustache that grants wishes when worn. Chaos ensues when she accidentally switches mustaches with Ken, leading to hilarious gender-swapped antics. The two must navigate a day in each other's shoes while learning valuable lessons about empathy and a personal style.
Okay, I have a question.
What is happening?
Oh my goodness.
What is happening? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Y'all hear that?
What is this music?
That is an ad or something playing on our thing on its own. I love that. Sounded good though.
We got some dancing.
People are dancing in the chat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. Number 6.
So are these, I just had a question to clarify. Are these real movies?
No.
You asked AI to come up with a movie.
Are all AIs hers?
Yes.
I asked her to come up with 7 terrible movies.
Gotcha. Okay. Number 6. Barbie and the Alien Exchange Program. A mix-up at an intergalactic school sends an alien to Earth and Barbie to an alien planet. Barbie struggles to blend in with her sparkly wardrobe while the alien becomes Earth's next top model. It's an out-of-this-world comedy as Barbie tries to master alien fashion while avoiding bizarre alien costumes. Customs. I thought costumes because Barbie.
You're right. Number 5, Barbie and the Talking Tacos. Barbie discovers a group of tacos that can talk and think. They beg for her help to avoid being eaten. She embarks on a quest to find the mythical taco sanctuary. Along the way, they encounter hungry humans, wacky misunderstandings, and a lot of cheesy puns.
Oh my gosh. Number 4, Barbie and the Mystery of the Haunted Hairdryer. When Barbie's hairdryer goes missing, she turns detective to solve the case. With Ken as her bumbling sidekick, they uncover a nefarious plot by evil hairdressers trying to steal all the world's hairdryers. Get ready for a bad hair day extravaganza that'll lead you scratching your head.
Number 3, Barbie's Bigfoot Beach Party. Barbie hears rumors of Bigfoot's existence and decides to throw a beach party to lure him out. As she grooves to the latest tunes and shows off her beachwear, Bigfoot finally appears. But instead of a menacing creature, he's a fashion-forward forest dweller looking for a makeover.
Number 2. Barbie and the time-traveling treadmill. Ooh, you like time travel. Barbie discovers a magical treadmill that sends her back in time to meet historical figures. With her high heels and impeccable fashion, she inadvertently causes chaos throughout history, from accidentally painting the Mona Lisa to teaching cavemen to style their hair. Barbie's adventures rewrite the past in hilarious ways.
And number 1, Space Jam 3, Galactic Glam Slam. Barbie teams up with the Looney Tunes and heads to space for a basketball tournament against aliens. But instead of b-ball skills, they win with a fashion show that mesmerizes the extraterrestrial opponents. Get ready for outrageous outfits and slam dunks that defy the laws of physics. And that is your top 7 terrible Barbie sequel ideas from ChatGPT.
Wow.
Oh, now to wrap up the show, it's time for Today in Nerd History. Today in Nerd History.
Today's date is September 1st.
On September 1st, 1998, The Wild Thornberrys premiered on Nickelodeon. This Nicktoon was about a family of wildlife documentary filmmakers who travel the world in an RV and their youngest daughter, Eliza, who can talk to animals.
Also on September 1st, 1998, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone released in the U.S. This book by J.K. Rowling tells the story of a young boy who discovers that he is a wizard and goes to a school of magic, where he makes friends, enemies, and faces a dark lord who wants to steal a powerful artifact. This launched one of the largest fantasy franchises in history.
For more nerdy facts about today's entries, find the companion article on lovethynerd.com. We hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we thank you for making Rise and Shine Nerds a part of your day. Catch us every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern on YouTube and 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on LTN Radio.
You can also subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast app or through the Love Thy Nerd YouTube channel, so you can catch up on any episodes you missed.
And tell us what you think of the show via our socials at Rise and Shine LTN on Facebook and Twitter. Once again, I'm Radio Matt.
I'm Deidra.
And as always, a reminder,
Jesus loves you, nerds.